It's your boy Adron Chambers, 2011 World Series champion, and I'm chilling with a humble soul.
I mean, you highlighted, your introduction to baseball and then your transition to football, how you got introduced to that, and then you went on to actually become a star quarterback. But were you still playing baseball around this time as well, or is it
Almost
just
definitely.
solely football?
Yeah, we had. That's when I first got introduced to travel baseball. Matter of fact, I started going to Pace. You know what I'm saying? I started.
Where's that Pace? What was Pace?
Pace, Florida's right up the way. It ain't number around the corner.
Okay.
And I say right around the corner, but Milton, Pace, the outskirts, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I can call it that. Yeah, I got a chance to go when people start seeing me play at Warrenton. Uh, People start recognizing my ability to pitch and to throw and to hit. So a lot of people wanted me on their teams. And yeah, being in Pace, that's where really baseball was a little bit different from Warrenton Ballpark. It was a little more advanced, I guess you can say. And they took a lot more pride in, molding guys into the game. Being at Warrenton Ballpark, it was a lot of natural talent. But at Pace, it was a lot of guys that were fundamentally sound, and they kind of wanted me to enter into that world thinking that, I might have a baseball career. Baseball was really my first love, you know what I'm saying? It really was the first thing that I really knew as being like a team sport, you know what I'm saying? Really having a family. I used to spend a night, with my coaches, you know what I'm saying? My mother really didn't have to, she ain't really have to pay for no uniforms or things like that, you know what I'm saying? Because, living with them, they kind of took care of everything for me. And that was kind of unique for me too. You know, Not even like in a bad way, you know what I'm saying? But like, it took a lot of pressure off my mom. She had a lot of kids, a lot of things going on, trying to take care of us. So having somebody that cared for me sincerely, in the Debbie Hammocks, you know what I'm saying, in the Mike Halls, they took me in like a son, and I feel like it's deja vu right now, you know what I'm saying? But having them around, I remember it was a very tragic moment in my life when my sister passed away, and how, they were able to, take, my mama had so much pressure during that time, and they let me go live with them for a little while, to kind of help. And my mom was fine with that because I wanted to be there too. I wanted to still play the game, and it kind of, I was so young, it kind of took my mind off of the idea of losing my sister and all that kind of stuff.
So, do you remember when you actually realized, hey, I could possibly, play for the major leagues? That moment, like you felt it in your soul, like, dang, I really think I'm talented enough to play on a professional scale, and rise to the occasion.
I don't know. I got like a double take on that, because it's like I never really thought about playing professionally, ever. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I really thought about was going to the next level. So after leaving Warrenton, going to middle school, playing in Motor Grove, going to high school. That's what I thought about, going to the next level, from high school, going to college, and then, even when I signed my scholarship as a junior, man, it was like, I didn't know what I was getting into. I was just, everybody talking about go to college, go to school. I was so green, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to play. I was such a fan of the sport. Like, I never really imagined, like, like how I would get to the major league. I didn't know, the route that it was gonna take to get there. All I knew was, I had to have good years, good seasons, and if I didn't do good, now I knew, being on a professional level, that, you can get cut. You know what I'm saying? If you don't produce, you're getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I was fortunate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a hard worker. I am a hard worker. And, I was really into, being better. So if I did whatever I did that year that I did it, that next year I wanted to do better. I got drafted in 2007. In 2008, I wanted to be better. And actually in 2009, I led all of baseball, major league and minor league, in triples with 17, you know what I'm saying? And that actually was a record for St. Louis, matter of fact.
Wow.
And
That's a big deal.
yeah, man, it was a big deal, especially for me, but for the organization, because I was still raw. You know what I'm saying? I tore my ACL in high school. In football, like you said earlier, I had my scholarship in football, so baseball really wasn't in the category. You know what I'm saying? And just to add some realness to the interview, dog, I went to Mississippi State and just made, and I was a different cat after that injury. You know what I'm saying? In Pensacola High School when I graduated. But when I went to Mississippi State, man, I was so into the idea that I had to like be this certain guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I was hurt, because I wasn't myself, you know what I'm saying? They wanted me to be, you know what I'm saying, something that I really wasn't. I was a quarterback, I was an offensive player all my life, even though I was skilled enough to play on the defensive side of the ball. I wasn't familiar, you know, I wasn't, it's raw over there on that football side, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You got to be a dog to play on that football side. But, you know what I'm saying, I was able to, I had the skills to adapt, but going to Mississippi State, you know, I really wasn't myself. And when I got there, man, I made some terrible decisions, you know what I'm saying? Terrible enough to get me kicked off the team. And not only did I get kicked off the team, I had to transfer to another school if I wanted to prolong any career that I wanted, whether it was football. And at the time, you know, baseball wasn't even, like I said, in sight.
Do you mind sharing some of those things that occurred that brought forth that transition?
Oh, most definitely. Just because, you know, like I love the title, A Humble Soul. I really want to be humble right now. Yeah, man, I was acting a fool, man, and like I said, my mind, I wasn't in a humble place. You know what I'm saying? I was really trying to find myself, and I guess that's for most 17, 18-year-old young men trying to, you know what I'm saying, find who they are, leaving home, going to college, which, you know, everybody wanted to do at the time, you know, to go play ball.
So I know you were talking about your time at Mississippi State and how you made some poor decisions that caused you to transfer to a different school. Do you mind reflecting on a couple what those poor decisions were for the viewers?
No, no, I don't mind. It was you know what I'm saying, just because I want y'all to feel what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, be honest with you. It's it was one of the most humbling experiences that I had to go through in my life. You know what I'm saying, for the simple fact, you know, it's crazy how 15 seconds in your life can, you know what I'm saying, make a dramatic change. I'm talking about just something so minor, you know what I'm saying, so I don't even want to use the word stupid, but just life changing, man. It just, you know what I'm saying, altered everything that I've in my mind. I kind of thought, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be a college football player. That's why I went to the school. But yeah, man, I had an indecent exposure charge put on me, you know what I'm saying, for, you know what I'm saying, uh, doing something that you know what I'm saying, after the fact, you know, I thought about it, and, you know what I'm saying, wish I wouldn't have never done for myself, you know, embarrassing my family, you know what I'm saying, and even, you know what I'm saying, the person that was, you know what I'm saying, that made the case what it was, you know what I'm saying, she had every right to do that, and, you know what I'm saying, even to this day, you know, having to talk about it, having to express it, you know what I'm saying, I want to, you know what I'm saying, when I talk to people and people see my career, you know, a lot of times all they see is, you know, my World Series ring and, you know, all the accolades, the beautiful things that, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's a part of, you know what I'm saying, what I'm about and what I'm doing now, but they don't see, you know what I'm saying, you know, how it came about and the adversities I had to overcome. You know what I'm saying? That was a major time in my life, you know what I'm saying? Walking off that football field with handcuffs, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of practice, all of my teammates wanting to know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying, having to call my mother, you know what I'm saying, and tell her to come pick me up from Pensacola to drive to Mississippi State because I was going to jail, you know what I'm saying, I was in jail for the whole weekend overnight, 3 nights. You know what I'm saying, it was something that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I never ever imagined in my life. And came home and I stayed in the house for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I didn't know how people were gonna react. You know what I'm saying? And some people reacted, you know, very honorable. You know what I'm saying? They embraced me. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be there with me. They kind of seen the person that I was and understood it was just a bad decision. It wasn't nothing that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of, you know, the media, the news tried to make it be, you know, they were trying to say that I raped somebody and all that kind of stuff. It was just an indecent exposure, you know what I'm saying, charge, you know what I'm saying. I never harassed her in the idea of trying to have sex with her, you know what I'm saying, without her permission or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But some people also took it, you know what I'm saying, kind of hurtful. You know what I'm saying? They I guess you could say they turned their backs on me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, which I, at the same time, you know, just with the humbleness that I had within myself, and knowing, you know what I'm saying, where I was in my life, you know what I'm saying, it was something that, you know, I never forget, most definitely. But the next step was having to, you know, rebound and get back on my feet and bounce back and really understand that, you know, that I still had a mission, you know what I'm saying? I still had some importance of my life. I still had something that, you know, I needed to do. I was very young. My life wasn't over. So it was just still a lot more decisions that I had to make. And I had to, you know, be responsible for. You know what I mean? I couldn't go and keep making these same, you know, foolish decisions, you know, like that one, and expect things to change. So